The hit streaming series, And Just Like That, is back for a brand new season of bringing in the summer heat to New York City. Take a look.
There's nothing like summer in New York City. With its hot days and even hotter nights.
Have you heard anything from Aiden?
Yeah, I got a postcard today.
Well, what did he write?
Nothing.
Oh.
Blank postcards gets an awe?
Well, not an over-the-top awe, but it's better than nothing.
I really like her, but it's a work contact.
It's okay to have a word crush, right?
Yeah.
At my age, do I really want to be starting over? Not interested.
We can choose to embrace a new chapter.
Please welcome Sarah Jessica Parker, Cynthia Nixon, Kristin Davis, Nicole Parker, and Sarita Choudhury. Maybe. So Sarah has the first question.
Well, the first season of And Just Like That premiered in December 2021, which was 11 years after your second movie and almost 18 years after the Sex and the City finale. So I want to ask the OG.
Is this a math problem?
I hope you're taking notes.
Slower.
But, so for the OGs, what was it like to be back at that first table reading, getting back into Carrie, Miranda, and Charlotte?
It was fantastic.
It was one of the best days of our lives, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It really was.
It was deeply sentimental, happy, joyful, sort of unbelievable.
Amazing,
that we were
amazing.
Together, and then we had the addition of these exquisite, talented, skilled women.
Was it a surprise?
It was pretty extraordinary.
Was it a surprise that you had so much fun at the reconnection?
I don't think it.
I think we knew it was going to be fun, but I think we didn't know it was going to be that fun.
Yeah. I also think it was. You know, you all have been working together for a really long time, and you sort of make assumptions. Right. But you make assumptions about the friendship and what it means, and it's present. And then you all have to go on and do other things, and you sort of are in touch. But then you're back in the room with people with whom you share pretty singular experiences and memories, and I think it became tender as well. Like it was very special.
Well, we were sent the first 6 episodes of the new season. I binged them immediately, and it's very special. It is absolutely fantastic. Sarita and Nicole, you're both incredible actors who've done such great work, and there you were, about to become part of the legacy, right, of Sex and the City, which you both have done, in my view, very seamlessly. Nicole as Lisa Todd Wexley, AKA LTW, and Sarita as Seema Patel. What went through your minds when you were starting this?
When we were asked to join, fear, because when a show is part of your life, you have no business walking into it. And, but the read-through was so great. I think once we realized we can wrangle the props and the shoes, and everyone was so lovely.
The clothing is incredible.
Incredible, but also, you know, pinned, and it's not, I can't bend. I'm an athlete now. Yeah. And once I got good at that, now I'm having a ball.
Wow. You know, I'm a city girl. I'm a cool cat. I can hang. I could not hang. When I saw these faces, I was like, oh my God.
But she pulled it off Seamlessly.
Yeah, I think the
Day.
first thing I said to you, she was so sweet. I was in the trailer at 5 a.m. She came over, said hello, and I was like, we both have 3 names.
Oh my God. It hadn't occurred to me.
So Sex and the City premiered June 6, 1998, around the time that The View started, actually.
Yeah.
I think yours was a year later, maybe. A few days later, after the premiere, Sarah Jessica was on The View to talk about it. Let's watch the clip.
All right. It's a smart and funny and sophisticated show about this city and particular women in this city. And I think it's been very true to what these original columns in the New York Observer were.
Look at that.
It's kind of weird, isn't it, to see yourself so many years ago?
I stand by that. It's curious to me that my hands are still doing the talking.
But you have said that you weren't sure about taking on a TV series. What made you say yes then?
Well, I was very excited about the pilot. I thought it was special and unique and particular.
Yeah.
I think when it came time to actually commit to the series is when I think I was just simply concerned about losing a kind of liberty that I thought I had in my career. My destiny, I thought I wanted to be a journeyman actor. I wanted to do a play, a movie. And so I thought
you had done all that, too.
I had. And what's happening, ladies?
She taught me what journeyman acting was. So every time someone talks about it or she sees so much like journeyman.
Nice. We wanted to try to get to do it all, and I had been, and I didn't know that television would allow that necessarily. But HBO was its own breed and boutique, and they said, yeah, of course you'll do that, and went to work the first day, never looked back.
It is remarkable how groundbreaking it was at the time. Charlotte, I want to ask you. I'm just said Charlotte. Oh my gosh. I want to ask you. You didn't even hesitate. Well, I want to ask you about your podcast that we all love, Are You a Charlotte?
Thank you.
You brought up this, it's kind of been a topic that Golden Girls is often compared to Sex and the City because the women are in their 50s and 60s, but they're so different. And what do you think it means that the way we view women now in their 50s and 60s is so drastically different than, 30 years ago?
Well, thank goodness it is. I didn't realize. I feel like, Cynthia, did you tell me when you came on the podcast that was the age of the Golden Girls?
Right. I mean, I guess they were a little older, but like Rue McClanahan was like 52.
They were, in reality, they were younger.
Yeah, right.
But they were playing.
They were playing
but they were
older.
younger.
There just wasn't a really valid or vibrant, alive picture of women in their 50s and now 60s, because we're continuing on, right? Of like their lives continuing and the different things that happen and the choices that you still have and the fact that things aren't done. It's like ever evolving, as is life. And that's one of the reasons that we wanted to come back and do the show. And just like that was to be able to really just bring to life this time in women's lives.
Which is a great time.
Yes, and it should be on television and in movies. It should be. So I'm really thrilled to be doing it, and the fact that we continue to do it and we get to continue on with all of our stories is just such a blessing, and I really thank our fans for sticking with us through all this.